to Spider's Web, and this is a little video series I'm going to be doing. Hopefully it's not going to be too long. It's a little project I want to try. I've seen a little ornament, and I thought I'd try making it. The reason being is my daughter is currently house hunting, and it was in fact my daughter who showed me this ornament, and she looked incredibly impressed with it. So, what is this ornament? Well, first of all, you're going to need a cup. You're going to need a fork. You're going to need a saucer. And you're going to need coins of some description. The coins I'm using are old 5 pences and shillings. So we have 5 pence with Her Majesty the Queen on it. There we are. Hope you can see that okay. Let's see if I can get this focusing properly. There we are. It's a little bit. And the other ones have King George the VI. I was just trying to make sure I've got one with the right coin. A picture of King George the VI, and it's a 1 shilling. I'm not trying to make these incredibly shiny, because I think that might actually ruin the effects, because they are, again, old coins. So, another thing we need is glue gun, and I'm going to be using green stuff. Let's get down to the table and I can show you what I'm doing, shall we? Let's alter the lights so we can get a better look at what's going on. So we have our cup, we have our saucer, we have our fork, we have our glue gun. What we need to do first is with the fork, and with that we need to bend it. And in the time-honoured tradition, here's one I prepared earlier. I've completely Uri-Gellered it, and it's going to stay up like that. I hope you can see that. This is the second time I've tried doing this. The first time it was an absolute disaster. So I'm trying again, just in case you actually see inside the cup and see some dried glue. That's the reason. I hadn't placed this in the correct area. It was too top heavy with the cup, because what's going to happen is we're going to be gluing the cup onto the end of the fork and have it look as though we're pouring money out of the cup onto the saucer. So first off, what I want to do is, using a hot glue gun, first of all, is run a bead. In fact, no, let's not do that first of all. Let's get some of our green stuff. We want quite a bit of this, because I want to actually put it over the saucer in the hope that it will what's the word I'm looking for? Add some weight and stability to this. So bear with me while I just mix this into the colour it's going to be, which is green. Those of you who haven't used this before, it's very handy for modelling and sculpting. I've used it quite a bit on my salamanders for making, when I say salamanders I mean me Warhammer 40k Space Marine Army salamanders chapter, for making what look like dragon scales on the vehicles. And you want this to be a nice uniform green colour. And that is one way of doing it, just rolling it into a sausage, fold it back up again, roll it into a sausage, fold it back up again. And this doesn't seem too bad now, but we will be applying a lot of this to our saucer. So I want this for stability. Place it there. I'm going to give the back of the fork have some on already, which I'm going to peel off. On the back of the fork, I'm going to add some of the hot glue. I've plugged this in, haven't I? I have. There we go. Now, let's see if this will work. And we're just going to add the hot glue to each of the prongs of the fork, and we will bed it down into the green stuff. The green stuff will hold it, hopefully, incredibly well. There we go. And now I'm just going to flatten out on the green stuff that's on the another thing. We are going to be putting a lot more over the top of this. I'm going to unplug the glue gun, however, because I don't need it at the moment, because we're going to have to give this overnight to dry. So this is the first part of this video, and this is just basically showing what we're trying to do. I'm mixing up another chunk of green stuff. There is a chance, however, that even this isn't going to be enough. I'm sorry for any wobbly camera when I'm doing this. It's not an easy job, especially when you've got mobility problems in your fingers, trying to get two great big chunks of this stuff to mix together. Is very, very painful after a while. So I've got lots of this, so I'm not really too worried about what's the word I'm looking for? God, that is hard. I'm not really worried about running out of this. I have loads, as you saw. But I need a lot of this to be able to add the strength and hopefully the stability to the project. And we just keep going and keep going and keep going until it's a solid green colour. We don't want any yellow or any blue showing in this at all. And once we get it to a solid green colour, we can stop and then get on with doing what we're doing. So, I think that's about it. So let's bring our saucer back. I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see what I'm doing here. Not be a sec. Okay, so this is a very delicate procedure. Yeah. We put it on and we press it down. So we're going to have to leave this to cure or go off, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. Basically, we want to make it solid. I'm hoping this works. I really am hoping this works. What you can do using a little bit of water. Run something over it to smooth it. I'm using the back of the new spoon because it's the only thing I have to hand at the moment. Didn't seem to achieve much, but sometimes you can get a very smooth effect with this. But in this case, it's not really essential. What is really essential with this is that we get it on the saucer, because later on we're going to be placing our coins on here. I'm going to mix a little bit more up to put to the back of this, but I'm going to give my hands a bit of a rest because, as you can see, I'm getting a bit of a shake on it because of the pressure I've had to use for mixing the rest of it up. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'm going to leave this video here. I'm not going to be posting this straight away. When you see this, this is after my daughter sees the final piece. If it works, and I stress if this works. So as I said, did it once, doing well. I'd almost finished it. I moved the cup, pushed it a bit further up the table, or moved the saucer further up the table. The cup was too top heavy, it fell backwards. That catapulted off, coins everywhere. So didn't work too well, so that's why I'm going to try with this green stuff putty. So I want a lot of it over here, but as you can see there's quite a big gap there, so I want to make sure I get enough of the green stuff behind here to add that extra support for this. And so when we come back, hopefully all being well, we'll be all ready to start gluing the coins on. Okay, so that's it from me for this video. Join me next time when this is all hardened up. I'm not going to do anything other than sort this out. I am going to have to also, let me just zoom out again. I'm also going to have to attach the cup to this, so I probably will do that as well. So when you come back, it will probably look like this. As I say, I want to get all this green stuff done, because we have to wait a long time for this to go off and cure or harden, whatever you want to call it. So I will probably do as much as I can with this stuff off camera, but I wanted to show you the first steps of how I'm doing this on camera, so you know what I've done later on. Okay, so as I say, I hope you enjoyed the video. Join me next time when I'll be continuing. So until then, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.